Welcome back to another episode of Behind the Business Breakdown.
New wall, look at the success. A new wall.
We're officially the most profitable company on earth. We upgraded walls.
Hat?
Tap the half forward so they can see the logo.
It's like that?
No, just look down a little bit so they can see. Yeah, the logo. It's very special.
It's only with me for 5 years, but it's because of the success of those episodes.
So, very interesting episode here. I wanted to talk to you about a company that has a very unique problem. Basically, a successful company that works in the security sector, and basically they are so stunted by their vendor management that they were unable to grow. Literally completely unable to grow.
So you can say the name and everything. It's a case study on our website. And also Andre was talking about it in the Zoho conference. So it was a featured event because of the solution that we created. So we can talk about it. So Andre, a good friend of mine, one of the best business owners out there, pushing his business, multi-million-dollar business, doing government jobs, big projects. He was pushing lots of sales, and some of those jobs are big jobs. They're supposed to have multiple contractors working on every job. So some of the team members will be in-house employees, and some of them will be contractors. Let's say installing huge gates, a few $100,000 gates, and things like that in the physical security world. The problem that Andre had in terms of scaling his business up was not sales. Everybody wants Andre. If you know the person that I'm talking about, everybody wants to work with Andre, the best of the best. The problem was what's coming after the sale. The moment that they sold the service, they're supposed to send the job to contractors. Now you have few steps here. It's not that easy. Number one, you need to send the job to vendors and they need to bid. They need to tell you how much money they're going to charge. You need to know that those vendors having the right certifications in place, that they can actually do those type of jobs. So let's say high voltage jobs or jobs with a natural gas installation or anything to do with their specific case. So you need certifications, you need insurance. You have insurance for the business and insurance for the employees. Lots of moving parts. How do you manage all that when you have so many vendors working? Some vendors will have problems that they create over time. You don't want to work with them. Some vendors are fantastic. You want to work with them more. Some vendors are in a specific geographic area, some not. All that created lots of problems. What we did with Andre, we created a unique vendor management system that the vendors themselves are managing their own profile. So in order for them to receive jobs, they're supposed to upload their certifications, their insurance, driving license, criminal record, because some of the jobs will be in hospitals or in police stations. So those vendors are supposed to provide the information so they can get jobs. Second of all, whenever they're in the system, they will have a ranking system. Based on the jobs that they are completing, they will get points. If the points are positive, they will get more jobs. If the points are negative, they will get less jobs. So over time, the system knows which one to recommend. When the vendors are producing purchase orders, it's in the system. When they're finishing the jobs, they're uploading invoices, and those invoices are being matched with the purchase orders. So vendors are responsible to getting paid, but also it's being matched to the original proposal. So they can't be that they will charge more than what they committed in the beginning. All that overall created a completely new path for UTS, and right now they are in a complete different place. The company is skyrocketing.
I'm really glad you actually mentioned just how special of a person Andre is. I've had the luxury of working with him too, so great guy. Now, when you have someone who's so good at what they do, like Andre, how do they avoid getting to this place where they have, so many people, so many companies in their database and so much conflicting data, especially because Andre already had a few failures when it came to CRM implementations, correct?
Yeah, he came to us after 4 vendors and hundreds of thousands of dollars, wasted on different vendors. Yeah.
So someone like Andre, if you were to go back before all of this, is there just something, a best practice somebody can do to avoid having this happen?
Not really, because the customer knows what he knows, right? The customer is not a CRM guru. So the customer don't really have too many ways to know which vendor is good or not. We are finishing now a book about Ben, which is a character that worked with us, with a fake name, obviously. And it's talking about how eventually he managed to find the right vendor and the things he put in place in order to find the right vendor. But unless you're getting education of how to find the right vendor, you will find some good ones and some ones that are not that good.
What would you recommend, or would you say there's a way to filter out bad vendors?
I guess so. So let's say I'm biased, obviously. I think that we're pretty good. But if you follow our videos and you see that on our own page we have like 1 billion certifications that we had with Zoho as a system, and we're in the industry for 12 years with only 5 stars reviews, never got 4-star review. And we are the most reviewed Zoho partner in the world as of July 2025. It should say that we are okay, I guess. I assume that that's one of the ways to know if a vendor is a good vendor.
Now, back to the technology side. You mentioned that the system you built, right? It was, I guess, from scratch was built?
Yeah, eventually. There was a Zoho system that was built before us, but we completely ignored it.
And why is that?
Wasn't right. There is a way to build the system. So, for example, leads will be how new traffic comes in. When those leads are qualified, it will be pushed to deals or opportunities, and then it will go to agreements, and then it will go to Zoho books for invoices and so on. There is a way to build all that. A system was not built in a way that we could work with. It was all patches that was not working well.
Now, on a technical level, because this is a very big system, a lot of moving parts. I know Andre actually spoke in Zoholics 2024 very, very highly about the system. Now, what was the process behind making this system come to life?
Same like any other system that we built. First of all, there is architecture. In the architecture, we're meeting with the business owners and business employees, whoever that can contribute. And we take the business requirements and we apply it on a Lucy chart, on a flow chart. The reason that is a flow chart is because everybody understands the flow chart. In C-level, employees, blue collar, everybody understands flow chart. Very simple to understand. Once we have the flow chart, then we can provide some kind of a price proposal. And if it goes well, then we go to the development and we slice it into milestones. Every week, we are releasing a new milestone. So it's on a weekly basis, and we're making sure that every time that we release a milestone, the customer and the employees are actually working with it and trying to make it work. So if there are any problems, the following week we receive the problems and we show what we did also for the following week. So we are always dealing with fixing stuff that the client wants some changes to the past And also we are dealing with building the future. So that until today, in the last 12 years, that was the best way that we can build a system. For us anyway.